We're so over. It's so over. We're so back. Welcome to being a Jacksonville Jaguars fan.
This has been the most craziest coaching search, not only in Jaguars history, is this the craziest coaching search in NFL football history?
One of them. I mean, oh wait. Well, first, we have to start with it. Hitler is dead. Hitler is dead.
Where's I don't really have newspaper. I guess
I
I'll
wish
grab
I
a
had a
mag.
bottle of champagne
Hold
to
on.
pop.
Hitler is dead. This
Hitler is dead. We have caught and compromised to a permanent end. Trent, John, dude, we need to just start with that. Because
100%.
legit,
I agree.
we, dude, it was years. And the last podcast we did, and we were just yelling into the void about how this was so clueless. What are they doing? What is the next plan?
Oh,
And then,
hold on. We have another guest.
who
Oh
else?
my goodness. Did we get someone else to join in?
Although I don't see anybody else. I see
Oh,
three part.
uh-oh.
I don't see any
Hello?
camera though.
No camera? That's crazy.
I didn't
Oh,
want to bombard you guys.
hey, Johnny
It's not. This isn't Kevin from
Malone.
Duval. I'm so confused.
Oh,
Oh my
fuck.
God. Listen, that pod is better released now.
But
Oh
dude,
my
we
God.
now we were literally just started, and then so first of all, shout out friend of the pod, Johnny.
Johnny Malone,
Oh, you guys are
man. What a
on
legend.
now?
We're
We're
live
literally
now,
just
pal.
doing this live.
Yeah,
So
You're live,
dude.
pal. We're go full wrestling meme since we have fellow
what
AEW
did
appreciator
what
Johnny
did Bill
Malone here.
O'Reilly say?
What was that?
What did Bill O'Reilly say?
What?
Fuck it, we'll do it live, bro.
All right,
That's how we're
Bill
rolling tonight.
O'Reilly.
sounds
Yeah.
good. I was
Hey,
just
this
gonna
isn't my
come.
article talking about Baalke being fired, but hey, do we get to retire this picture of Shad Khan? Hold on, let me turn this
If
Listen,
picture back
it
if
on.
took
Liam
him.
Cohen is good, then that picture is getting retired.
Yeah, so we
It
gotta
took Shot
retire
how
this
many
picture.
years to
You're right.
just put his you know what on the table? Can we curse on here? Is that a
Yeah,
thing?
no, fucking cursed. Who cares?
Oh,
Fuck it.
We're going to talk about Trent Baalke being fired. We can.
We can start with
I'll
that. Johnny, welcome to the podcast. We just started, so
yeah.
nothing wrong with that. Go ahead, introduce yourself, and then say your thoughts about Trent Baalke, your final residuals.
I'm Johnny at Home Alone on Twitter. I was totally just coming to lurk because I was about to take a shower, but since we're rolling, I will answer your questions. How do I feel about Trent Baalke? Oof, I was doing a interview at work for like I was running an interview and I saw my phone blowing up in the corner. And I usually have a lot of my Twitter groups muted just because, but I'm like, crap, something happened. And then I never in a million years thought it was Trent Baalke. I just assumed he would be with me for the rest of my life. Like I figured I would actually die before Trent Baalke. So as soon as I got off the interview, I picked up the phone and it was just like a rush of just positivity. And I can't even, if I could bottle up that feeling, it would be amazing. I think the last 24, 48 hours have been, felt that a few times now, which is weird as a Jags fan because I haven't felt that since the playoff run.
And it's what a time. That's all I
But
can say.
Yeah, no, that news of Baalke feeling gunning fired felt like the last
That was
line
the
of Dreams
big.
and Nightmares from Meek
Who
Mill, where he
who who,
says,
who had the tweet where is whoever does heroin, this is how heroin
"Yeah,
feels like
yeah,
sick.
that's exactly what I was thinking. I was thinking Meek Mill, Dreams and Nightmares when
That
that role fully,
dopamine rush.
yeah, when that really first started, I felt like a dope
I
boy
felt
with that.
like Thanos when he put the Infinity Stone in. That's literally just Howard Jew. No, because I literally on the last pod, I was just saying that as long as they have Bulky, there's no hope. And I was fully prepared for whoever they were going to hire to say, yep, we're gonna just hire someone with Trent.
I was on the Joe Brady train at that point.
Yeah, I was too.
Once, just because I wanted an offensive mind, like it's like if we're gonna do it wrong, just make Trevor happy. And I actually like Joe Brady, so I was pretty optimistic about that hire. But I
Your
was
1 year LSU fandom for your degree there, so shout out
yeah,
LSU.
online LSU year and a half. I actually just tell girls that me and Joe Burrow graduated together,
You
which is
definitely should.
fun because I did it
That's a
online.
power move.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
so it'll work. That pickup line will work one day. But no, it was a great feeling. The only time I'll probably feel that again is when Chris Jericho retires. So I
There you
had
go.
a W shot in there.
There's
Can't believe it's
AEW
gone
right there. It's okay. That's okay. Don't worry
This is
about that
going to
right
be the
now.
greatest AEW event this weekend of all time.
I
For
can't make
Jacksonville,
it. I know.
for
Well,
Jacksonville, I
I
think
wish
it
I could be
will.
there.
will John cheer twice as loud, three times as loud for us since he'll be in attendance and boo Jericho three times as loud.
I hope he's not there. Oh yeah, there's
You
a
can't
parking
miss
lot
him.
brawl. You're right.
Yeah, it's all right.
It's I'm still genuinely shocked that Trent Baalke's. I was just expecting him to be coaching next year. Like I know there's so much excitement. I'm still just a genuine. They actually did it. They really shot. Finally pulled it. It only took them 16 days, and then you know what? Just we have to talk about how just the roller coaster of emotions. Because I just from yesterday, I was literally talking with my friend, and then I saw the tweet that Coen was going to interview, and I was just that was just so deflating to then ev and I guess that's how Shaw must have felt too, because the fact that Balky got fired not even 5 hours after,
It
I'm
in
actually
like the
proud.
back of my mind, it was like something I think we all hoped for after Cohen dropped out. Um,
Mm.
I did not think it was going to happen. Like it just that tweet, I had to reread it like 20 times just for it to process. I
Yeah,
never
when
thought.
you got that Balky or the Cohen tweet, I was at work at 8 o'clock in that or 9 o'clock that morning. So that's the first thing I see when I pull up to work. I was in a pissed off mood that first half of my shift. It's funny, I was in the middle of my work break when I was like playing Balatro in the break room. So I had a 3 hour break before I had to clock back in at 4 o'clock. So when I was like 2:55, I was just sitting in the break room. We sang happy birthday to one of my leads at work actually. So it was like after we are saying happy birthday, I see my phone blowing up too. So I'm just like I take a look at it and I just hear like a fuck yeah, let's go. And I was like, wait, what the fuck happened? And I looked at it and I ran across I ran across my workplace. I yelled, let's fucking go. Trent Baalke's been fucking fired. I almost got in so much trouble, but
That'd be
uh,
quite a way to get fired. So I'd respect it.
yeah, hey man, it was like you said, just the
I
amount
think
of
it would have
like
been funnier if there
euphoria.
was a Jag in attendance, like he was just there too. Like if someone, if BTJ had to get his AirPods fixed, and then you broke the news.
Pro Bowler BTJ. Address him as such right now.
Exactly. Three
All
Pro
right, well, first
Bowlers.
we have to do a Pro Bowl meetup because I
I
got
feel like
tickets.
I feel like I have to go. It's like 15, 20 minutes from me, and I wasn't gonna go, but now just to see
I,
him, I think
I
it's
told my I said I wasn't buying tickets till BTJ became a Pro Bowler, but we can get to that later. We can that'll be like the one sprinkle of positivity. Almost already. What a roller coaster! What a roller coaster! I'm still just Hitler's really dead. Like just we have caught in compromise too. I know we memed about it, but after memeing something into existence, because now we John and I would literally say multiple times we have caught in compromise to a permanent end. So the fact that he's finally caught and compromised,
I have that John Cena video saved just for uses like this, but yeah, wild times, and not to prey on someone's downfall, but I was definitely preying on his downfall. So just a great notification to hit, and then it just all went uphill from there.
because yeah, I at first I was thinking, okay, maybe they should just talk to Cohen and then see. Also, you know what? Whatever happens from here, Bulky's fired. So hey, obviously I was still a little bit annoyed that the situation took the way that it was. But at the end of the day, well, Trent Baalke was gone. Like Hitler was dead. As long as that happened, nothing could ruin my day. I literally was out with dinner for some friends last night. It was my friend's birthday, and I felt like it was my birthday. That's how I felt. That's how I felt. So that was beautiful. But just even going from okay, you think we're gonna I went to bed, okay, who's gonna be next coaches? Maybe we'll find out the next week or so. Because I thought it was probably gonna be Joe Brady. And then but I thought, you know what, they should just call Liam Cohen. Just send that, hey big head, we're single bow. Just send him that text and see what happens.
Oh, I have his phone number. I can text Trent Baalke anytime too. That's crazy.
And now we can let him rest.
See, even when we knew it was a possibility, like one of my friends, he's Bosnian, and
Oh,
yeah, we knew it was a possibility, but as a Jags fan, we don't expect it to come true. So as much as I like believed in the possibility, I'm just so used to just
You're
negative
just, it's
happening. Yeah.
crazy too. I was the forever optimist in here, and I was feeling like dog shit. Like, I remember texting Javal after the Coen news broke. All I sent were 5 dots. And we're like, bro. I sent the Bedlin meme of the Barbie quote
Hold
where
on.
it was
It
like,
wasn't, it was
yeah,
one, two, it was literally 10 dots, not
it
even
was
just
10.
five. And then do you guys ever think about dying with the Barbie hat, Jag hat edited on?
Yeah, that's how I felt at that time. I was like, that's
Yeah.
how bad I felt.
And then 3 hours after I tweeted out the Cena video.
No,
What
it's
is
funny because
happening?
I just been responding to Bucks fans tonight just because it's just been fun, like with like a office gif of them saying nerd and stuff. But like as a nerd, but when Ben Johnson took the job, I went all in on Liam Cohen. He was always my number two or like a 1B. I was watching the Peter Schrager interview. I was watching random. I was convinced this was our guy. Like it made too much sense. So when he dropped out, it definitely hit, but it wasn't like a it was like pain, but it was like, hey, we're used to this as Jags fans, like whatever. So when he got back into the mix and it was like official and all that, I mean, shout out Dilla and just keeping everybody in the loop and following his clues and everything. So we knew it was coming, but once like the big name journalists started picking up, today's just been wild. Like my screen time is disgusting tonight.
My screen time the best. I'm ashamed to say my screen time. I think the craziest thing was just how everything flipped so quickly and just that positive whiplash. Like as fans, we're so used to feeling so bad and then seeing Cohen just try to leave us and just say, yeah, I'm not gonna take this job, basically. I'm just still I can't even formulate a sentence right now because my brain is just still shocked that Shad Khan actually saw through the bull, all the BS. Like after years, I don't was being dumped in public that humiliating for him? I guess it was. I guess there's one thing a billionaire hates, it's getting a bruised ego. So
But that's the thing with Shot is like we know he's a good owner when it comes to spending. Like I there's no doubt that I mean as much as like we like to troll, like obviously he cares about the team and whatnot. It's just he's made bad decision after bad decision. And I feel like he's surrounded himself with yes men. So this feels like the first time he's really just like got stuff done on his own and just I mean once Balky was fired, I don't know what went on behind the scenes, but it really feels like Shad was like, no, enough of this. Like called Liam, it called Cohen's agent up and just got the ball rolling. But it all happened so quick. So you were right. We're not used to this feeling. That's why when Bucks fans are giving me crap, like my phone's blowing up with some of my friends that are Bucks fans. It's like we've had players agree to terms with us during the free agency
dude,
period and leave
And
us.
then,
Like
yeah,
we've had situations where we thought we were
who was the kicker?
Will
Will Lutz.
Lutz, fuck
Will
you.
Lutz, former
Fuck
Jack
you.
legend. Will.
who was it that
Fuck
agreed
you.
and then went to the Steelers? Well, I don't
Oh,
know.
Tyson Alualu.
Yeah, I don't
Aloha.
know why I was drawing a blank right there.
Oh, from I don't know how official this is, but oh, it's
No,
pretty.
it's the NFL, it's the Athletic.
Shout
It's
out
done.
Nubs, that
It's
handsome
done.
ass dude.
Yeah, shout out J Nubs.
It's weird. I just need I mean, I don't really care about like the big name journalists, but I need the Schefter Ian bomb.
I
Well,
know that
on Instagram.
Schefter tried to. I don't know if he tried to dampen it. I don't know what Schefter was doing, but he said he had the tweet and it was ready. But then he said their two
I
aren't
don't know.
coming to an agreement yet.
I mean, Ian and Schefter are obviously they're like puppets and whatnot, but Ian Rappaport is so much worse than him when it comes to Jaguar stuff because you could tell
You can,
he's got Balky
dude.
in his ear.
Oh, and he said, "Oh, the Jaguars, by the way, who really they've left him a great roster. You know, all the pieces are there, and the reputation around Trent, which how fair is it actually? Is his reputation? We'll have to see. Like, dude, shut up. We know, dude, that picture of that Dell made of Trent pulling the puppet strings. We need rap sheet, and then I guess one part of it all that I guess we do want to question is how much of a role is Tony doing on this? Was him caping for Baselli on Happy Hour? Did he know this was coming the whole time?
Oh, for Baselli with Balky, you mean?
Is this what Tony was planning for? Did he outsnake the snake?
It's like weird because Baselli's really like a lot of things he says is really annoying, but I get it. He's just towing the company line. He's just doing what he can. But I do think, and John kind of, I was dancing on the line, but John kind of convinced me a little bit. It's like we know Baselli loves the Jags and wants wants the best. So he's probably saying what needed to be said, but hopefully, and I hope and I pray that if Baselli gets any sort of EVP role or an important role in the organization, then we'll start to hear like where his head's really at.
Yeah, I mean, if anything, if he doesn't even get like title EVP, just like team ambassador or something, like whatever role you can kind of give him to kind of just oversee things and kind of be a football ear, because that was the one thing about Shad Khan we knew is that he was listening to Trent Baalke and Doug Peterson most of last season, and when that relationship was fractured, you know, it just was a lost cause whenever you saw it on the football field. Like after we went like 3-0-3 or 0-4, it was like. God, like you can tell this team wasn't coming back from like losing games the way they did throughout the year. So the fact that we're here now with a fresh, brand new, like a fresh, brand new start, it's unbelievable. Do I have to call my season ticket rep like in the morning? Like it's crazy. Like I legit am thinking like, damn, when it's all announced, like what now?
It's
It's
so
it's
over and we're
wild.
so back.
I
It's
canceled the
so
automatic renewal,
I did too.
and I know it's not the season ticket rep's fault, and they get a lot of crap, but
No, it's not
yeah,
their
I'm
fault.
about to reconcile a little bit. I'm about to be like, hey, you know what? I've been thinking about things,
Hmm.
but no, I was always gonna renew just because I'm a
You
sucker
sucker.
for
Yeah.
pain. Yeah, like I'm a psychopath. And it's just the Jags, honestly. And I think like the Jags Twitter words it best. Like it really is. Like, I mean, I met all of you guys through the Jaguars game. So at the end of the day, when they're losing, like I've definitely been miserable at games and the sun's beaten down. But at the end of the day, like it's been positive. And I've been a season ticket holder for 7 years now. So something like that.
Yeah, John and Johnny, season ticket holders for like 7+ years, like legit around the same time, which is crazy. We didn't even meet until like our first year season tickets together too. That's actually wild thinking about it.
I think it's just the Bold City just showing up to the tailgates, and then I
Just
mean,
having mutual
all
interests, pro
tougher together.
wrestling, which
Yeah.
is very funny because this also like if you
dude,
don't know Jamal,
AEW
we've
is
legit flown out of the state of Florida to watch like a wrestling show together for
Shout out
AEW.
2021 AEW. That's speaking of late. And don't get me wrong, I love AEW, and I'll be like, it's John knows me well. Like, well,
Biggest fan and biggest critic at the same time, which is
yeah,
what
well,
you're supposed to be as a
I'm
fan.
so tempted to go to this show tomorrow just to cheer Tony on when he comes.
I was
You know Tony's
like,
gonna make an appearance just to pop out.
he does, and I mean, I want AEW to be successful, but me and John will critique it's the very bad storylines. Like, we don't want it to be WWE or like I guess the 2019 WWE, which made AEW a thing. Sometimes their storylines kind of fade into that territory. But when AEW is kicking, there's nothing better than that. When
How
they're
are you feeling about this Ricochet storyline?
I
Ricochet
like it. I
is
like it.
great.
And John could vouch. Like I was kind of like a Ricochet, not a
Yeah.
hater because I love Ricochet.
You doubted, but I believed in it from day one, man.
He's just like a vanilla. I was just worried he'd get lost in the mix in AEW because there's a lot of guys like him. But no, he's great. I mean, Will Ospreay and Takeshita and all that. Like
Osprey.
Ospreay and
There you
Omega, that's
go.
all I need. You could book that match 8 times on a show, and I'd order that pay-per-view. But
Yeah, it's crazy too since Head on Impact, Eric Dunn and Christopher Ebrio's charity, they gave I guess I won a raffle. There's only like 5 people that entered. I won ringside seats for the pay-per-view or the
nice.
collision on Saturday. So I'll be like 5 rows up on hard cam. I'll bring a poster. It's gonna shit on Mariah May, so it's gonna be great.
No, I want to go. I just kind of double booked myself, so I can't really
No.
get the other plans.
No
But
rest. It's just glad that somebody came to kind of talk with us as well because Javal and I always talk to each other. We haven't had a guest in so long. Legit, you're our first guest since the beginning of the season, Johnny.
no,
So
this
do what you
is
need to do. Like this
new,
is just I'm
new
happy to see
MacBook.
you.
Shout out John for hooking that up. I
Look at the
had
camera too. That's
downloads.
nice.
What was that?
The camera's nice too. I might need to get
Yeah.
a MacBook myself, honestly.
I downloaded Zoom right now. I've been John hooked it up. My old MacBook. It's still kicking, but it's slowly. It's been a long time, so I'm a Mac guy through and through. But no, it's a exciting time to be a Jags fan. This is all we need is optimism. That's all I've ever wanted. Like if it crashes and burns in the end, at least it was fun. And I think this is I feel like a consensus. Like even if people wanted Ben Johnson more, Liam Coen was always in the mix. And I never really saw anyone that was like I think there's one Twitter account that responded to me, which is like an anti Liam Coen account, which is super weird. That
It's a bulky burner. That's a bulky burner. That's why
Yeah,
you
shout out all the weird burners on Twitter. I wouldn't mind calling them out. Who I won't say the name, but there's a certain Star Wars character that just puppets all of Dilla's tweets and takes credit for it and deletes all the bad ones.
Oh yeah, the former Jags use the Yoda yard line type of
Yeah.
bullshit.
Hey,
Yeah.
props to him. He's got his check mark. He makes his $3 a month. Probably pays his bills. So shout out him for doing all that. But no, exciting times. I'm pretty pumped. So I'm ready to honestly just respond back to people on Twitter. It's like the old times before Elon bought it and turned it into a hellhole.
I'm
Steve's
just waiting
actually
on that.
mad at me for that comment, but it's all right.
Just waiting on
All
that
right, I
fun.
got a picture of Boz. This is great.
But yeah,
With clothes on is actually him in the fucking tub.
yeah, we need to change the group chat picture, purge it of all things bulk. Like, I mean, obviously we'll see who they announce the front office going to be. I I don't know if for sure you're going to be able to get spy tech from the Raiders, but
It's it's
either
weird
way,
at
I
this
think
point.
if you just get as long as you get a GM he's comfortable with, then I think that's really fine. So as long as I get a GM and it's not just Ethan Waugh, as long as I get
Yeah.
somebody else too,
But
then
if I mean, was it Diller or someone said that he was very involved in this process to get Cohen in? If he stays
With
on the
Tony
staff, it's
Baselli.
fine.
It was Jonathan Jones, I think, was the first guy, but I could be wrong.
great picture, great picture.
No, honestly, it's like weird for the GM. Like, is I feel like I'll be excited for any of the names because we've had Trent Baalke for so long. Um, I feel like the only two I'd be against would be Trent Baalke and Chris Jericho. Anyone else, just sign me up and it's an upgrade.
Just waiting on that rap sheet Schefter bomb. That's gonna that
Really?
breaking as soon as that notification hits that screen, and then I just still like Shad and look, it's the Jaguars. Is this me always being the pessimist on the show because I have to be always? Is there a chance that this might not work out? Sure.
We're Jags fans. There's
Yeah,
no
we're
problem.
that's the thing. That's like people, oh, this could blow up and could be Cohen's bro. We had to go through Urban Meyer, Trent Baalke. Before then, this is even before your time, Javal, Gene Smith, like Blaine Gabbert. Like, what's lower than the bar of the Jacksonville Jaguars
I
since Shad
respect
Khan's
Shad
been
for
owner?
trying to just take that big swing, And hey, I mean, if it fails out, it's not a retread because there definitely could have been a lot worse hires out there. So if he's going to be a good coach, I'm curious. We'll see what he does. If he's going to say, "Hey, I want to stick with Luke Fartner at center," maybe I'll have some concerns. But until then we'll see because I know he did coach him in college. So
I feel like even the rumored names that have been thrown out there, and I won't say them just in case, like I know it's been on the timeline and whatnot, but some of the rumored coaches he's trying to bring in, even at a defensive coordinator, like could we keep Graham on the staff as defensive coordinator if Salah is really going to the
San
49ers? Like,
Francisco.
there's
Yeah.
some very intriguing names. And offensive coordinator, I'm a little if we can get Chip or someone like exciting like that, that would be pretty fun. But honestly, with offensive coordinator, I'm not stressing that as much as long as Cohen's calling plays, which he's already said that that's his intention. So I don't know. I'm not used to a competent Jaguars offense. Like we see the flashes of Trevor Lawrence, and that's why it's hard when people go full Trevor Lawrence hate. It's mostly fans of other teams, but we've seen the flashes, but he just hasn't had that coaching and consistency. Like to not see a Press Taylor offense again in my life is that's going to be amazing. And
That's the thing though, it's like it's another buddy in the chat who kind of has say, not say with the Jack, but like kind of like is like in the building a lot of the times where he said like, bro, Trevor Lawrence had to deal with Urban Meyer grinding a COVID and Doug Peterson being infatuated by Press Taylor for 3 years as his like offenses that he had to deal with in the NFL. Like what did you want Trevor Lawrence to do? He got a playoff win besides all that fucking bullshit. He played the best football in his career during that stretch before he got hurt that third year. And yeah, it fell off the rails this year, but who could blame him?
was that your favorite Jaguars game you've attended?
The Chargers game? It still is. even
Mm.
more than the
I,
Bills game in 2017.
the Bills game, I wish I went to Pittsburgh. So shout out all the Bull City
Forget that did.
Brigade fans that went because I was very jealous and living vicariously. For me, it's still the Cowboys game that year, that season.
You have family though. That's all Cowboys
So
fans.
little short backstory. I was my family's all Dallas Cowboy fans, like super, super diehard. So as a kid, into like my early teens, I was a Cowboy fan, but I didn't really watch football. But it's just I had pictures when I was like 7 years old in Cowboy jerseys and whatnot. But when I was younger, my dad had a replica Cowboy helmet, but he also got like the OG like band logo Jaguars helmet. So I always thought the Jaguars were cool, but I never followed football. So I just decided when I was like 12 or 13 or something like that to just really go all in on the Jags. And I just went
You
up to
poor
some
soul.
games.
You poor
Yeah,
unfortunate soul.
this is where I'm an idiot. This is where my decision making is bad because I could have picked any team, but I
What
wanted to
year
like,
was that? Wait, what year was that when you did that?
hmm.
How
It
old were you? Like 12 or
was, I mean, I was
13?
born in 91, so like the early
Oh,
2000s,
2003.
but I
Like
was still like a casual fan. It was really like during like the Maurice Jones-Drew prime years and whatnot is when I fully went all in. So I was going to games all the I mean, I abandoned the Cowboys, but so although I don't even consider myself an original Cowboy fan because it was just what my parents, the clothes they bought me when I was younger. I
yeah, of
picked the
course.
Jags and went all in, and I very strongly dislike the Cowboys. So trust when I've been texting my family about their coaching decisions that are happening right now. But I flew out to Dallas, and anyone who went to that Dallas game in 2018, the one of the worst games I've ever been to, and just to see my dad's happiness and like my family's happiness was terrible.
40 to
And
7, wasn't it? Like, oh
John's
my
met my
God.
dad. I love him to
Yeah.
death. He could be loud and obnoxious and whatnot. So to go to the one in Jacksonville, like my dad has that picture on a canvas of him when we were doing the spin the bottle game, and
Oh,
there's
I
like
gotta find it
figure
now.
flicking him off.
That was such a
Uh,
great picture. I was
he
thinking
was
about
so
that
proud of
photo.
it, and I'm like, Dad, why'd you put your lips on the bottle? But he was in the moment and he was loving it. So just that comeback and everything, it's up there with the Chargers game. I think I put it a little bit before, just because I feel like that game was like in that season at least when we beat the Cowboys. I'm like, crap, we can actually do something with this season. And the Ravens game too that year was crazy.
Well, I guess you have a thing for comebacks, which I guess is very similar to how we should be used to comebacks at this point, you know, just I I never count Shad Khan out, I guess. That's the one thing I've learned.
Yeah, no, props to him. I can't hate on him now. He's really he did the damn thing. So
You just have to hope that he just gets some smart people, because if he gets smart people, he will let them cook. He will not step in the kitchen. So
I
we
feel
just
like
have
at
to.
this, I mean, at this point, I mean, he's been through so many swings and misses that hopefully he's learned from that and he has people around him now that could help. I mean, we thought that he kept Baalke, which one of these days we'll find out how Baalke keeps doing this with multiple teams. Um, but hey, better late than never. So, not saying things are going to be turned around, but
He definitely has some blackmail. That's all I got to say.
he's got some Shad Khan nudes for
He
sure.
he's got no, not just in general. Like he's got something where like 20 years after he passes away, that's something we can finally talk about.
He knows where the bodies are buried.
He was at a Diddy party.
Man,
Ain't no party like a Balky party.
Shout out
yeah.
Craig Klein. Actually, don't shout out that guy. That's so crazy. I
Forgot
remember
that
all
guy
that bullshit.
existed until recently.
Exactly. Can't find him anymore.
Good.
Like the Khan crime family. It's fucking
What a while.
crazy.
Like we had nothing to talk about those Jaguars years, so like the Craig Klein thing, and that was before. I mean, those OG Jaguar Twitter days were wild. So it was such a small group of us, and obviously we all find one another, and the group expands. So for the most part, everyone's pretty cool. We're all lovable idiots.
Exactly. I think my favorite Jags Twitter. What's your favorite Jags Twitter moment? I think mine personally is a unique Ngakoue Tony Khan feud. That's still like one of my
I
favorite
That
Jag
was
Twitter
fun.
moments.
I think when I did like that Photoshop Donald Trump tweet, which was clearly a joke to all of you guys, so it was like I did, spoiler alert, it was Photoshop, obviously, but I said to like I responded to Trump and I was like, please DM me as soon as possible. I have exclusive information that proves the Russian investigation is a witch hunt. And then I photoshopped him saying go ahead, and I just said Miles Jack wasn't down in the AFC Championship game, and I just tweeted that, and it had millions of like views and stuff, and tens of thousands of likes and whatnot. And I
That's
had
fair.
I had fan bases. Like I had one side of the spectrum calling me like just rude and disrespectful to the president, and I had radio stations asking me to go on, and I could have just milked it and faked it. But for me, who has zero following at all, that was pretty cool to me. That Miles Jack had followed me, and the people from the Jaguars were DMing me. I got sent to Jersey.
You
It was
got
just
sent to
a good time.
Jersey.
Yeah, I had my Miles Jack jersey. Shout out Miles Jack. Totally took his name off and put Walker's name on the back. So gotta recycle
Economic
that.
Hey,
perspective.
resources.
Another from pretty legit Bucks reporter Rick Stroud. I'm just waiting for that rap sheet notification. That's going to hit like
No,
crack.
that's a Bucks. That's the Tampa Bay Times code. That's it. It's done. It's
I know
actually done.
it's I don't know why. I don't know why we put these guys on such a pedestal, but we just need it. We need the Schefter and Ian
Because
bomb.
once they tweet it, then you know, okay, it's gonna be on national everywhere. Like it's damn. I think the craziest part is that now just forever, Tampa fans are going to hate us.
Hmm. Good. But we don't play them for a couple years if they're still over.
2027. Like what? 2027.
Like they really fired Trent in the span of 48 hours. They got rejected by Coen in public, then fired Trent Baalke, then afterwards gave him tr for the full court press to get him back and basically steal him away from Tampa.
Crazy.
I'm in genuine awe and shock. Hitler is dead. I repeat, I can't stop saying it. My brain just can't comp all the anger and pain and just the frustration of keeping Bulky, and then just seeing as soon as he gets fired, a coach takes this job. I'm relieved, but also just can you imagine if this was done so much earlier? But this team can't ever do anything normal. So
No, we're the absolute worst with optics. We might be the worst team ever with optics. So
We keep falling ass backwards to like good situations though. It's very weird. But
like Ryan Thomas.
the only thing that's different this time is that Trent Baalke is fucking gone.
Yeah, I
I
mean,
feel so fucking free for like
I
knowing
just
that news. It's
I just need one
crazy.
Super Bowl in my lifetime. I'll milk it like a Cubs fan after not
should we
seeing.
just see one in the next 20 years and then we can just live happily?
I would get a stupid tattoo. I would get all the merch. I would go full like Hey Arnold when he opens his closet. It's just the same shirt over and over. It would just be Jaguar Super Bowl champion shirts, and that'd be my daily attire.
There'd be a shrine. There'd be a separate room just for it, honestly, whenever I get my own place.
Oh, shout out Dilla. He said it's being drawn up to be signed. So maybe Ian and Adam are waiting on that. But
Yeah,
it's
because I can't upload this. I can't upload this until it's actually done too, which is crazy. We have to
So
make
you're
sure
going
that,
to wait until like
yeah,
for
it's
4 hours?
legit, like, I
it's
guess.
gonna be. It would never happen. But imagine if he changes his mind again. It'd be Suey season up in
Oh
here.
no, we're not putting
Oh
no more
yeah,
negativity. We're all positive
no,
right now.
I
No,
know.
I have to be. I'm the pessimist on you. That's my job, okay? John's the optimist. The guest can be fit, but I'm
Oh
the
yeah.
pessimist here, buddy. Know your place.
John,
Wow. A
John,
black
John
man
is the
telling a white
optimist.
man to say that in Trump's America. Would you accept that, Johnny Malone?
Yeah, you're right. Yeah.
I'm just kidding.
John is the optimist, but when he hates something, like
I
He
go all in.
becomes a
I'll miss an AEW episode and John will send like 4 or 5 tweets about like John Moxley, and like I'm like, oh well, he's
Can't
still he's still
can't watch
boring
it.
right now.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I don't blame you. John Moxley, Tony. If Shad Khan can fire Trent Baalke, it is time to get rid of the terrorist known as the Learning Tree, Chris Jericho. That's
Yeah.
all I'm going to
Break up
say.
break up the whatever, the Gene Riders or
The Gene
whatever.
Riders, they already killed the House of Black because Malachi's going back to WWE. So hey,
I
you kill
mean,
one faction, you
feels like Triple H's guy. So I
he
mean,
does.
he was used well on NXT.
so
So
a
Hey, but
racist,
that theme though,
a
hey,
racist guy. Isn't that why he
the
was
Triple.
booed?
I can't believe you know about the Triple H racist meme. That's
I mean, I
crazy.
even when I've seen people. even from the soft knowledge that I know
Which
about wrestling, I know that everybody hates Triple H because he's a racist. So
He has
oh,
improved. I don't know the racist. I know the racist comments. I will say that with Vince McMahon's departure, WWE's been a lot better under Triple H.
oh, more
I want
entertaining for
wrestling.
sure.
I want wrestling to thrive. So I want WWE to like be firing on all cylinders. I want AEW to. It feels like, and I've said this before. It feels like January, February is like WWE's months because the Royal Rumble is like such an easy to watch show, and everyone loves the Royal Rumble. This is where WWE starts cooking. But last year, WWE was cooking around this time, and then AEW had that Sting retirement show and Revolution. So I just want both companies to competition brings out the best in everybody. So just I just want the
Hey,
best.
I
But
want wrestlers to just get paid, man, whether that's in New York or in Jacksonville, Florida. I want the best for both
yeah,
like you do.
I'm blessed to have friends. I mean, friends in WWE that are thriving right now and making good money for their families, and friends that are training to become wrestlers. So wrestling does feel cool again. I know that's been like kind of like the catchphrase and like the thing everyone's saying, but it really does feel like wrestling's back. Wrestling, verbal meme wrestling, handshake emoji, Jaguars so back.
hold on, John. We'll just
Oh,
Oh, this is
where
like the
where
Arnold Schwarzenegger handshake meme right now.
oh
Like,
yeah, right. You son of a bitch.
shout out Arnold, one of my heroes.
Yeah, I know, right?
I'm
No,
still just in
it's
genuine shock and awe.
Have you ever watched Pumping Iron?
no, I need to watch that. It's on Netflix, right?
You you need to look up if you haven't seen the clip of Arnold describing what a pump is like. It is you might have seen it in the past, but he compares it to jizzing, and it's
Oh,
just the greatest thing. Uh-oh, is it has it dropped? Oh, cool.
okay, Gene, you
Yeah,
asshole.
thanks, Gene.
Thanks, Gene.
Let's who is your Mount Rushmore of reporters? Like if you had to do like a top four.
Oh, like terrorist reporters or
No,
like
no, no. Okay,
Good
we'll do
reporters.
so it's Mount Rushmore and then Mount Flushmore. So
Mount Flushmore.
Mount Flushmore would be the bottom for us. So let's
I've
just
never heard of that before,
put
actually.
you. Okay, like I'm just gonna be the spectator. So I'm gonna
okay,
JaVale, you're gonna go first on this one. You list the first head on your Mount Rushmore, and then John, you go, and it's a snake draft. So
okay.
who has
So
the better Mount?
Javal goes first. Who's on your Mount Rushmore of reporters? Can it be anything? Is it or
It
just
could be
sports?
local.
Okay. Any
Just
sports
yeah.
or
And
Oh,
if
anything.
you,
I'm picking my guy, my fellow UCF alum, John Shipley. Go Knights, charge on, baby.
oh, you're about to say UCF Jaguar. All right, so John Shipley, number one. John, you have two picks now.
Golly, I get two picks for my reporter Hall of Fame.
Yeah, it's Snake, and we're gonna see
Snake.
if we're gonna have people vote on who did the better Mount Rushmore.
That's crazy. I know this is controversial over here, at least to some of Jaguars Twitter. I have to go Mia O'Brien just because she helped me a lot with this podcast and this channel. This podcast does not exist without Mia O'Brien. So, we have our qualms with what she has done. I don't know if she's gonna watch this. I hope she doesn't. God bless. But
Well, you
God,
just
no,
jinxed it.
legit
You
though,
just
Mia.
jinxed it.
I
Congratulations.
know. Mia O'Brien, shout out to you because we're not here right now if it wasn't for you. If like I wouldn't be paying for Zoom every single month. Like I'm gonna try to
Don't
do better
defend your
with our
Mount
content.
Rushmore picks. Just say it and stand on it. Just say
Yeah.
Mia O'Brien. So
Mia O'Brien.
who's the next one?
Mia O'Brien. I gotta go with the next one. Damn, you already had John Shipley though. That's a strong, strong start. I guess I have to go with just like national guy when it comes to national guy when it comes to it. Like I could choose any of the Jaguars reporters that have helped me out throughout here, and it's just wonderful. I think my favorite national reporter
Long-winded
though.
just to say Brett James. So just say it.
Okay, other than
You're trying to
that,
get us in trouble.
I know that you're trying to get me,
So,
not trying to get me started. But other than that, I gotta say I think my favorite reporter besides God, it's so
you
tough.
sound like
Oh,
when you don't know the answer in class and you're like,
And
well,
you're trying
that
to
is me
blurt
right
out.
now.
just thinking about this.
Yeah, I am thinking about it though. I'm just rambling, guys.
This is
Golly, this is
if anyone
unbelievable.
listening, if you want to speed this up to two times speed just to get to John's answer, we'll get in about a minute or two.
I know you're
To
gonna
this,
hate this. I'll go Sean Ross Sapp. I think just because of the Twitter space a few days ago, where he was going off on some random Twitter person on
Yeah,
the
I
wrestling
mean,
side of
yeah,
Twitter.
he's good for the for wrestling. A little odd at times, but hey, can't hate. All right, JaVale, you're up.
You
You
let me
got
get
two.
John and Gus back to back reunited. That was a layup right
Oh,
there.
Gus Lowe, that's
That was
great.
a layup.
That
All
was
right,
a
so
layup.
I got my local reporters. I
Yeah,
got
I just went wrestling
listen.
because we were talking about
You
wrestling
got
too.
another one though. So John,
Mount
Okay,
start thinking.
Flushmore.
I
Start
guess
thinking.
if
Oh,
I had to pick
Oh,
another
I have
reporter,
to pick first now. You pick first the
no,
first
no,
time.
no. It's Snake. So then JaVale goes again.
Oh,
And
wait.
you
So
got
he
you got
goes
to be
first.
thinking because we don't got. We're gonna be here till Saturday at this point.
Okay, fair
how
enough.
much are
But
we're doing four, right? So I just get
Yeah.
two. Okay,
Flushmore,
so
yeah.
if I get one more after this, I'll pick right now. I'll pick Duraco because as a fellow
Okay.
short king,
Solid.
I think Duraco's a good job.
Short
And then
King Spring coming up, boys.
I remember I called
All
on to
in.
his ESPN phone line like a couple times back in the day. So I was listening to him. So Draco's still be doing some good work. So, I got my core three right here.
All right, John. Final two.
Oh my goodness. I'm a big soccer guy, so David Ornstein. Shout out to David Ornstein with the
Shout out
transfers.
David Ornstein. As a not soccer guy, I don't know who that is, but I feel like it's a good pick.
Not Fabrizio.
Fabrizio's kind of shady since he did the Mason Greenwood stuff, like pushing his agenda. And fuck Mason Greenwood, woman beater. Can't accept that.
Wait, I did order a Messi jersey on like Fat Kid Deals or whatever site tweeted that those $20 kits is I guess what you call them in the soccer world. So I got a Inter Miami jersey. As an Orlando City hater, Orlando resident, only because I worked there and it was my least favorite job.
Oh
Jumping
my
on.
goodness, but I all time reporters, Adrian Wojnarowski. Like
Ooh, okay. All right,
watch,
Javel,
Those
like
ones are
that's the
legendary.
goat.
you
Okay.
gotta end
That's the
strong,
goat.
Javel.
Ah, I said, so does this have to be a full-on news reporter or
Yeah,
it can be
anybody.
Anyone,
Any reporter.
if you could argue that they're a reporter or they do reporting, then you could put them on your Mount Rushmore.
okay? Because well, John, did you do your back to back?
Yeah, I already got it. I
Okay.
got David Ornstein and I got Adrian Wojnarowski.
Since they've been kind of been plummeting from the Bucks, I think I'll shout out one of my just draft analysts slash Tampa news reporters, Tampa Bay Trey. Because even I remember even Gus and me will talk about fixed franchise. He'll do it for the Jags. So he'll do a lot of just draft stuff in general, and obviously support the team. Which I know he's going to be tweeting through it. He's already has been tweeting through it soon. So I guess if I had to pick four, just three Jags reporters on Tampa because. I don't know. I feel with a lot of the big name ones, I can't trust Ian after how he was in Bulky's puppet. So I can't he's in Bulky's hip pocket. Well, not anymore, but just because of that. So I guess that's my four right there.
All right,
So
so name all your guys' four. We'll have to do like a Twitter poll or something.
yeah, I think you're right. I think
Okay,
I'm gonna
well,
clip this.
so first John Shipley, two Gus Lowe, back to back. Jag report, we miss you. Three, Mike Duraco, and then four, Tampa Bay Trey. So all Florida guys still. Nothing too crazy, even though Trevor's kind of international. He's kind of world wide now. So
John, what were yours?
Mio O'Brien, Sean Ross Sapp, um, God, I didn't even remember my third one. That's crazy. Oh, David Ornstein, and then Adrian Wojnarowski.
All right,
I'm
solid.
crushing you in this poll, by the way. I hope you know I'm crushing you in this poll.
So
Yeah,
I'm sure like if you clip this, there's gonna be people who we forget. Shout out Demetrius. Shout out
Yeah, shout out
yeah.
Demetrius.
Dilla
Shout
is what went to my mind first.
Dilla. Dilla's the
You could
number
have
one.
argued
He's
for
out
him
of the
on your Mount
list.
Rushmore, and he
I
could have
should I should have Cape harder for Demetrius. I'm not gonna
cut
lie.
that and just I should have came harder for Demetrius, and that'll be the intro to the pod. Shout, all right, this
So
Shout
did
out
maybe I
to
should have
Demetrius.
Cape harder, but
JaVale took this Mount Rushmore a little different than we did. These are the four people he. Yeah, I'm just joking.
I know,
I
right?
won't finish that sentence. But Shams,
this is what we're doing while we're waiting for that
Shrania.
official
He don't
tweet.
got the
it
juice like
feels
Wash does.
it feels like no Shams will have like some periods where he's like beating Waj, but then Waj always reminds him who the king is. And
I
just
am your mentor. I am your mentor. I was here first. You
yeah, no,
can't do
and
it. It just reminds me of that.
yeah. I'm sure there's a lot of reporters that were missing that
Yeah.
to look back on,
You
but
put us on the spot. That was a good little spot segment though. I like that.
I think for my Mount, we could do Mount Flushmore another time. Actually, because it might be mean and
Yeah,
whatnot.
I
But
we're in a
We want to
positive.
promote that positivity.
Yeah,
We just hated on
yeah.
Trent Baalke, you
Well,
know.
I will just give my Mount Flushmore, and it's just J.C. Cornell's head 4 times because that guy is just having a night. So prayers out to J.C. Cornell. I hope you get better, man. Best wishes. Seems like you're really going through something hard today. So, yep. I'm sure I can name more than that. I think I've been blocked by a few tonight.
I
I
know
don't
he's an
know.
old man, but Gene Fredette, I know he gets a lot of stick, but I know he's trying his best, which is the funny part. And
Yeah, it's like
it's hilarious, bro.
Bernie Sanders. Just
A more
he's still fighting a
senile,
good
like a
fight.
more senile Joe Biden is legitimately the head beat writer of our local newspaper. That's like
Are we
crazy.
gonna end this here before we get any more trouble, or
Yeah, no, right.
Ah, yeah, you're right.
when this is the last episode, y'all will know why we've been silenced.
I just need to see how long John
Trent
is
Baalke
gonna.
sent his assassins to blow this house up.
Every time someone's sending a tweet, I just think it's the Schefter Ian bomb. No, this is actually just Nub sending a Shrek. Let's just shout out to Shrek, by the way. Like, I don't know what I don't know what happened, but Shrek memes and Shrek just everything. Like House of Blues in Orlando does a Shrek rave, which I haven't been to yet, but I heard it's pretty crazy.
Right, great,
Shrek and
interesting.
Creed are like the two things.
Oh
And
my God.
Shrek,
Liam Cohen just deleted all of his Bucks tweet from this year.
good.
Oh my God. Legit, I was seeing it earlier too, and I was looking at his Twitter and following him. And he deleted every Bucks tweet over the past year.
Are we just gonna have to wait until either we're playing the all nighter or waking up to it?
Ari just
No, I don't have to work till 4:30 or 5:30 tomorrow, so I'm legit like chilling for the rest of the night, waiting for this to happen.
I don't I don't remember his Twitter having a lot. I know I creeped his Instagram, and by Instagram I mean his
Mm.
hot wife's Instagram. Shout out.
Shout out Ashley Cohen is crazy before she
John
gets
and her on a
fired.
first name basis. I just knew her as his hot Asian wife. So
Yeah, I sent it to someone earlier too that would like Asian women, so you know.
uh,
No, Asian women will never beat the allegations. I'm sorry.
Asian
I'll
good
stop.
reason,
I'll
baby.
stop. We're in a great mood tonight.
Yeah. Who is that behind you? Is that John Moxley?
It's Gene Ambrose.
Oh my God.
Yeah, I got this at the first
We've
ever.
been
No,
we've been talking trash about John Moxley, and you have him on like your jerk off wall behind you.
yeah, I know, right? It's crazy. Hold on,
It's
let me
just
get it.
Jaguars signs, Magic signs, and then Dean Ambrose wearing jeans.
They were
Hold on.
really, but
I can't get this poster off. This is the embarrassing moment.
It's
Oh
stuck
no.
to the wall, probably.
Yeah, I think so. Damn.
Yeah. No need for
Oh,
glue or tax.
crazy. Yeah, the tax did not want to come off. But for you, I think next time I see you, I should just give you this as like
No,
a
you don't have
memento.
to.
No, it'd be very funny though. If I just like a birthday present, I just mail it to you and it's just
Uh,
this poster.
Mail it. I just write like return to sender on the envelope and send it right back.
I just got a screen
I
cap
don't
this.
hate John Moxley. I don't hate Dean Ambrose. I just think he's incredibly boring in AEW. And his match style is good, like the hardcore matches, but if it's just a normal straight up match, I'm just not my cup of tea.
Look at his signature too. I don't know if you can see it. It's legit a D and an A when he does it.
Ah, cool, John Moxley. Cool wrestling gear.
That was my second ever WWE house show I went to, I think, too.
You
So
did
that
get
was
into great
fun.
shape. So shout out. There's something in the water in wrestling right now. When all these, I mean, the AJ Styles of the world and all these wrestlers just. It's like when Chris Evans went into the machine in Captain America and just came out super jacked. That's what a lot of these wrestlers are doing. So
I think you're right about that. I gotta make sure I don't lose these pins now. That was an in the moment decision.
I
I
think we've made a lot of in the moment decisions. We're just wrong with everything today.
went
I
this
know.
entire pod without me realizing you had a John Moxley picture on your wall.
Oop, it's now upside down. This is how I feel about him as we're AEW World Champion, I guess. The flags are upside down. We are in distress.
Shout out my buddy Ben, who's a Bucks fan, saying, "I hope you guys lose every single game next season." I mean that with every fiber of my being. I said we
That's
probably,
crazy.
Oh, what is
yeah,
Sam bugging me for?
yeah.
It's
Me,
only a game. Why you have to me, man?
I'm gonna tell
This is
him I'm recording on a podcast.
really happening. Even though we're gonna this pod is gonna be published probably the second right before it drops, but
Yeah.
As we speak, this will probably be the night before. Because I guess considering everyone knows it's happening at this point, so I'm just waiting on.
Last Dilla Bomb said Chip Kelly's a name to watch for Jaguars OC. We kind of saw his name tweeted a little bit, probably
Yeah,
a by Dilla or
No, it
whatnot.
was by Cap.
Oh, Cap did, yeah. So
Yeah,
I mean,
it was Old City Cap. I did
I
that.
just I
shout out
I would
Cap.
have, dude. I would have loved to be a fly in the room and what Liam Coen said. Whatever he said to Shad, he needs to save those words. Like this is what got Trent Baalke. If he's ever like just on a losing
No,
streak,
the reporter's got to ask him about the process. I am like definitely
I'm
curious
just
about the process after
I'm
all
just saying
this.
like whenever he's entrenched as coach and if he ever needs some good PR, he just say, yeah, this is what I said to get Trent Baalke fired, and then Jogs fans will be immediately happy with him. He just has that free get out of jail card in his back pocket from defeating Baalke. He can just bring that back up anytime he needs it for good PR.
Do we play
Like
the
this
Chargers? We play the Chargers next year too. And Harbaugh was the one who got bitched by Balky. Shout out to the Alpha versus the Beta coming up between Jaguars and Chargers next season. That's gonna be crazy.
alpha male Liam Cohen versus beta male cuck John Harbaugh.
It sounds bad, but and I don't even have anything against Herbert or like the Chargers, but misery loves company. So there was just a part of me that took a lot of pride. I mean, I obviously was rooting the Chargers hard, but I was trying to cope with it against the Texans by saying that like for all the crap that Trevor Lawrence gets, it's like I mean, shout out Burrow. He had an amazing season, but the Bengals missed in the playoffs. There's just a part of me, and it's really bad that I took a little bit of joy in that. So, but Burrow is definitely an elite quarterback, so it wasn't his fault.
Dude, did you Cole Barkley? I'm sorry.
Oh,
The fact that we
Cole.
already have fake rap accounts tweeting. This is how you know we're so back.
Our boy JC Cornell said, "Looks like Bucks will try taking a shot at interviewing Chip Kelly. Let's see if we could steal two
That
coordinators."
would be so funny. It's funny too, because Cohen is like a son of like the Chip Kelly tree, so that's why he wants him to be in the staff probably. So that's gonna be a lot of fun. That's a lot of fun.
Let's just get weird. That should just be make that the motto.
Make the Jags weird again. I mean, the Jags are already weird. Just keep
They're
Jacksonville weird.
dysfunctionally
Yeah,
weird.
keep Jacksonville
We need
weird.
it to be
There you
good
go.
weird. Good in a Jacksonville man kind of weird.
I mean,
I
what's more weird and amazing than Duval? There's nothing else. It's ridiculous.
can't believe that we can go to sleep knowing the dragon is dead.
This is like the times where it like as a Jags fan, like taking a lot of pride in wearing Jags merch in public, especially when we're like winning. But after moments like this, it's like I'm gonna rock my Jags gear tomorrow after work. We gotta celebrate the small things.
It's wild.
Wow, Jamal fell for the cold tweet. He put eyeball emojis.
It's always it's AI generated. That's all it needs to say. It's fake news everywhere. You gotta keep your head on a swivel.
What
But
are Ian and Adam sleeping? Like what the hell's going on?
oh, they're never
Albert
asleep.
Albert Breer just said verbal agreement in place. So
That's good enough for me, even
They're
though
just
Dilla was good enough for me anyways.
are is this time for now to go to sleep, or are we still just I about to pull an all-nighter?
bust out
I
that medicine,
am, I
boys.
guess I'm already full going waking up or not waking up, like not going to sleep early.
Well, I'm gonna take a shower. JaVale, I hope that Demetrius doesn't see what you said about him.
Demetrius, I love you. Don't worry.
We know based on what you said. I don't even remember what the exact quote was, but it was something sexual about Demetrius. So, all right, guys. Thanks for unintentionally. I thought I'd be showered and in bed by now, but hey, I'll probably be up for a while, just refreshing the timeline.
If you somehow show up to AW Collision on Saturday, I'm gonna kiss you in front of Bray and she can't say anything about it.
You gonna kiss Liam Cohen?
I would too if he's there in
If he's real, he
attendance.
should show up to AEW. Tony Khan
I
should bring
think
him out.
I know I legit think it's probably gonna happen too, just because it's like, hey, welcome to Jacksonville. We'll go to this wrestling show. We'll show
That'd be
you
such a
everything.
Tony move just for Liam Cohen to be
If
in.
Tony Khan pulls out
Respect
Lee,
it.
we have brought in the newest Jacksonville, like just do it.
Head coach.
Him and
Yeah.
Trevor Lawrence
You
front row
know,
would be
I
great.
was gonna say that the way the politicking worked to get Baalke out of here, Coen in, Cohen snaking the
You're
bus. This
telling me
feels
this
like
isn't an
pro.
AEW script? This
Yeah,
isn't the AEW script?
see, you get it, Javal. It feels like a pro wrestling like storyline playing right in front of us.
Hold up. Tony Khan's writing is this fire? Maybe I should tone in AEW.
Well, not for Chris Jericho and the Death Riders right now. You're in a good spot right now. We'll let you know when it's good again.
Resident Evil 7 eighth anniversary. On that note, what it brought this series back. We could do a whole pod on video games and Resident Evil one day.
Johnny might just do a resident wrestling like podcast.
Wrestling
Yeah,
Evil?
no,
Resident wrestling. Resident
Wrestling Evil.
wrestling.
I
Wait, what if they made a Resident Evil spinoff with wrestlers and then you wrestle zombies to the
it
ground?
can't get any worse than all the other Resident Evil movies,
I
honestly.
might be cooking actually. Wait a sec. I might be cooking here.
I feel
Wrestling
like there was
Evil?
like a weird indie film with a bunch of like old wrestlers like wrestling zombies, like
Imagine
Rob
just
Van
pile
Dam or
driving
something like that.
Nemesis to the ground, bro. That's the final boss battle. You just have to defeat Nemesis in a cage and ladder match.
The
You're
original.
telling me this wouldn't be fire?
Hey, I'm a sucker for all Resident Evil content, good or bad. I played every game. Um, I could talk all night about Resident Evil. That's like my one uh nerd series.
I mean, wrestling and Resident Evil bangers, so no blaming you there,
Banger
Johnny
after
Malone.
banger after banger.
Crazy
All
man.
right. Well, good luck in the Mount Rushmore, guys. I hope may the best man win.
We'll
Um,
we'll see the Mount Flushmore.
One day that'll have to be a private conversation. I feel like we can't throw anybody under the bus.
yeah, except for JC, whatever his name is.
And
Well,
Yardline
let's be
Yoda.
nice. Let's be nice. We don't have to go there. I mean,
But
you're not wrong, but you didn't have to say it. I mean,
the other
good
guy
lord.
blocked me. It was a weirdo, so it's all good. I mean, if you're gonna just take other people's reports, just own it. Like we get it. You
Yeah,
bought a
exactly.
verified check mark. You're doing your thing. No hate on all love on my end. Just weird. So,
What can you
all right,
do?
guys, I'm for real out of here.
You have a good
John,
rest of your night, Johnny.
we know you're putting that poster back up, so just be safe, clean up, and then JaVale, good talking to you. So,
After the pod's over, this
all
is
right,
already gone.
sounds good.
Good night,
Bye.
Johnny. Get some rest, man.
You too.
I said a Brooklyn.
Wow. That's unbelievable. We got a third person somehow, some way. Unbelievable.
I'm
Javal,
still just
like,
in. I'm still just waiting for the official tweet to drop, but I have a smile for the first time in a long time. I actually might have a smile on my face from this football team. There wasn't anything funny to laugh about, but now there might be something funny.
dude, it's just politicking. It's pro wrestling. It's funny too.
This is
There's a
definitely
Bucks
an
fan.
AEW script for real.
There's actually like a big like a news aggregator, like no one that breaks the news, but could just like replies to every tweet because that's what you get you paid on Twitter. Like Corey Hayes, who's also a Bucks fan, says I will fight you, Tony. Like legit.
I
It's like the most hilarious thing seeing all these Buck fans crash out losing their offensive coordinator who was like top five in offense the whole year. Which I get it, but guess what? He's in Jacksonville Jaguar now. So hey, what can you do?
to the Khan family. I wasn't familiar with your game. I was not familiar. But yeah, I think we can maybe do another official pod once everything. So probably another emergency pretty soon.
Yeah, we might need to do it
Oh,
tomorrow or just sometime in the weekend. Like it's a wild week. It's just gonna dominate the entire news cycle in the city of Jacksonville and maybe the NFL for a bit too until the playoffs happen. This is the wildest 5 hours like of
and
my
then on
life.
top of that, BTJ made the Pro Bowl too. We're eating good tonight.
It's crazy. Absolutely wild.
I'm leaving here with something.
We're leaving
But all
here with
right, my
more than
friend.
something. We're leaving here with
I
a head coach.
I will see you. Probably. I'm sure we'll talk soon again. So
My
for the
heart's still
first time, I can
pounding.
wear this shirt and I'm not upset.
Hey, shout out Kendrick Lamar and SZA.
Also,
Shout
was
out.
announced today. A lot of breaking news today.
Shout out TDE. Like this is TDE. TDE Kendrick, so I can say that. But wow. What a night, Javal. Looks like it's not over yet. We'll wait till it's official to drop the episode, but this was a lot of fun. So all the Jaguars are suffering. We don't know what's gonna happen. It could be very good. It could be very bad for however long. But for the first time in forever, it feels like there's life inside the fan base again. And then that's all we can really just ask for at this point. Because like Johnny was saying, it was so hard wearing Jaguar gear around. But it feels great for the first time in a long time.
I used to pray for times like this.
I know. When that Rolly first touched my wrist, I felt that so. When he
Take care,
first
my
touched that
friend.
prick on God.
We're
Like,
part of the Coen collision tonight.
Javal, I need a shower too, so you have a wonderful rest of your night. Talk to you real soon.
Take care, my friend.